got a couple of short ones.
All right, well, we're back on the air then in that case.
Are we sure?
We're sure we're back on the air.
We're actually on the air this time.
We are sure we're back on the air. And I'm gonna start this off this time with a joke. And this is from High Tech Floors, who's going to sponsor this joke. Mansur Hadari. When you're in a hurry, you got to go Hadari. Anyway, my joke is that there's this terrible amateur golfer. He's just awful. He goes out there, he holds everybody up, and he can't seem to hit the ball straight. But this guy loves golf so much he won't quit. He just won't quit. One day he hits his golf ball again into the same sand trap for the third time on the same hole. And he takes out his sand wedge, he takes a sweep down at it, and here's this clank, and there's a spark of metal hitting metal. And he goes, what in the hell was that? So he brushes the sand away, and he pulls it out, and it's a lamp. So he rubs the lamp to get the sand off, and all of a sudden a genie appears. And the genie says, I can grant you but one wish, but remember, for everything you gain, you lose something. And the guy looks at the genie, it's all right, I'd like to be the greatest golfer in the world. The genie goes, poof, you're the greatest golfer in the world. Now put me back. So the genie goes back in, he bears him back on the sand. This guy goes on as an amateur, wins the U.S. Open, the British Open, he wins the Masters. He beats everybody. Tiger Woods retires and goes chasing skirts instead. And he says, there's no point, I can't compete with this guy. Well, one day he's at the same golf course, and this thing was on a par 5. He hits his tee shot, lands in the sand trap on the right-hand side of the green, but he's lying there in 1. Comes out, takes a sand wedge, closes his eyes, takes a sweep like that, hits the ball goes in the cup, he's in 2 on a par 5. But he hears that clank of metal on metal again, so he picks up the lamp, and I wonder how the genie's doing. So he brushes the thing off, and out pops the genie. The genie says, I can grant you, but, oh, no, I'm sorry, we've met before. You've gotten your one wish, you cannot have another. And the guy goes, no, it's all right, I don't need another one, I just want to see how you were doing. And the genie goes, gosh, no one's ever cared about me before, that's really decent of you. Hey, you know what? There's one thing about this job that drives me crazy. I never know what the other guy loses. Did you become the greatest golfer? Oh, sure, and I'm the greatest golfer that ever lived. Bobby Jones couldn't hold a candle to me. And he goes, oh, look, tell me the truth. What did you lose out on? He goes, well, I got to tell you the truth. My sex life fell off considerably. He goes, really? How often do you have relations? If I'm lucky, twice a month. And Jesus says, well, look, I tried to warn you that you're going to lose out. He goes, no, that's all right. For a priest in a small parish, it's not bad.
That reminds me of a joke.
Who's bringing this joke? Affleck's delivering this joke.
Are we sure we want to have corporate sponsors?
I don't want this one to be
Let's. This is okay. This is not sponsored by anyone. Go ahead.
Hands off on this one.
What's something wrong with your microphone?
Face the audience.
Yeah.
There, Flem.
Oh, you don't get me started. I'll take the whole show over. Right about that. This guy walks into this bar and similar to this, and there was this other fellow sitting at the bar, and the guy's having a beer, but he has this little small man and a grand piano sitting there on the bar, and the little guy's playing the grand piano. The guy goes, man, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Where did you get that? The guy said, I found a lamp with a genie in it out in the parking lot. So the guy goes out.
Where else would you find it?
He's looking around, and he finally finds this lamp underneath this tire of this car, and he rubs it, and this genie pops out.
You are talking about the lamp, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He rubs the lamp, and the genie pops out, and the guy goes, man, I know what this means. I get 3 wishes. The genie's like, no, man, it's been a long night. You get 1 wish. Gotta make it good. The guy goes, man, 1 wish. This is tough. I got it. I want $1 million. Genie said it is done. Poof, he's gone. The guy standing out in the parking lot, a few minutes goes by, nothing happens. Finally, he hears this big horrendous noise over his head. He looks up, and out of the sky falls 1 million ducks and lands at his feet. He's like, man, this sucks. So he goes back in the bar, and he walks up to the guy at the bar. He has a little fellow playing the piano on the bar. He goes, man, I found that genie, and I made a wish, but I didn't get my wish. First guy goes, well, I didn't get my wish either. Second guy goes, what do you mean? He said, well, do you actually think I wished for a 9-inch pianist?
Colbertradio.com would like to welcome the Commodore of the Charleston Yacht Club, Jim Smith, you got some jokes for us, sir?
Well, I do have jokes, but I do want to welcome you here.
Well, thank you kindly, sir.
Very honored that you chose this place to have your anniversary show and welcome all your guests here.
Thank
For
you.
that lead-in joke, Commodore.
Patterson Smith is a neighbor of mine, so yeah.
Who's that?
Smitty.
Smitty.
Excuse me, Smitty.
It's all right. No one knows
I'm
it's you,
Jim Smith.
Smitty. Go ahead.
You got a good name. So
We got a lot of Smitties around here.
Grandfather said the whole world started. Everybody was named Smith, and then we got some cattle rustlers, and we said, hey, can't have those the same name. We decided to call them colbertradio.
Well done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Put me in my place.
That's his first joke. It wasn't bad.
I know. I like that. Wrote that yourself, did you?
Hey, but the termite came into the bar. He said,
Where do you park your car, by the way?
What did the termite say? When he came in?
What did the termite say when he
Hey,
came?
hey, is your bartender here?
You can't whisper, the rest of us can't hear.
Is your bartender here?
Hey, Giraffe walks into a bar, says, the highballs are on me. Go on.
Well, if you look over that corner, that tuna up there on the wall is mine.
That's your tuna?
That's my tuna. That's a replica.
That's a big tuna.
A replica of my tuna, yeah. I caught that.
That looks just like your tuna, huh?
I caught that on a sailboat. It took me 2 hours to reel it in. And no backing down on a sailboat when you catch a lot.
You caught a tuna on a sailboat.
Yeah.
It took you 2 hours to reel him in, huh?
All of these fish on the wall were caught on sailboats.
That's good. That's one on me.
Yeah.
I caught the first one on the sailboat, that's mountains.
You know, if she's going to talk, she's got to come over here and get on a microphone.
Talking about the fish.
We're supposed to be telling jokes here. Give us another joke.
And now the claiming of the fish.
Well, I do have a genie joke. If you want to
Give me a genie
Yes.
joke.
We'll stick with the genie thing.
Genie thing.
All right.
A guy and his wife are out on this very high-priced golf course. You know, we've all been there. $1 million
Speak for
house
yourself.
around the course.
No, we haven't.
And he looks at her. They're kind of beginners. He says, "Honey, whatever you do, please hit it straight." Well, sure enough, she drives the ball and crash. Stained glass window on the house next to
Okay.
the course, just all shattered. They walk up there. The doors are all ajar. They walk in, and there's a wine bottle on the ground broken. And there's a guy kind of laying on the couch, looks kind of stunned. And oh, sorry. Really apologize for breaking your window. They kind of open the door ajar. He turns around and says, "Oh, no problem. You see that wine bottle on the floor? I'm a genie. I've been in that wine bottle for 1,000 years. You let me out. I just can't think. In fact, I'm a genie, so I can grant your wish." And this is, modern day, so it's not kind of like what it used to be. You get a wish, your husband gets a wish, and I get a wish. Is that okay? Yeah, sure. Sir, what would you like? Well, I'd like $1 million. Deposit in my account every year for the rest of my life. Well, done. Wife, man, what would you like? I'd like the nicest house in every country in the world. Done. Wow. Look at the genie. What would you like? Well, I've been in that bottle 2,000 years. And heading away with a woman. I sure would like to head away with your wife there, sir. They look at each other, kind of stunned. Well, look what he's done for us. Okay. They go upstairs, and head banging. About a half hour later, the genie looks down.
Did you say head bang?
I mean, this is a yacht club. This is a sailor
You
joke
gotta,
right here.
you gotta scooch down the mattress, man. Go on.
Well, about a half hour later, the genie looks down at the woman and says, "Ma'am, how old's your husband?" She said, he's 36. He said, "That's pretty old for believing in genies, isn't it?"
Hey, we'll be right back with colbertradio.com with more jokes.